Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be going over the top 10 best performing sealed items in my collection and just kind of showing off, what has been working out for me so far. So this is just based on what I basically, set on this filter in my Collector app. I don't have Collector Pro. I'm not sponsored by Collector. This is just what I use. If there's a better app with better pricing, let me know. But yeah, this is just basically going off of the pure percent gain. I don't know if it uses the price input I've put or it's just like over a set period of time, but these are according to Collector and my collection. These are the things that have performed the best for me. So number 10, we're Surging Sparks PCETBs. Now I actually recently bought a case of these back in June, and I think that was a pretty good idea. If you were able to snag them way back in November, you truly had some good foresight. I actually was able to get one, and I was really happy with that purchase. It did amazingly well, but I saw it reach really high highs, and then it came crashing down just because there was a lot of volume of it, and people were kind of selling it off. So I took advantage of that, and I ended up buying a case. I doubled down because I did believe in the PCTV. I believe in the Shinji Kondo card, and it has been going up. I feel like this was pretty obvious. This was a pretty obvious play. I've been talking about PCETBs for a long time. I kept advocating this. At 200, is it still a good buy? Perhaps. It could keep going up and then come back down and meet, another kind of low. But usually when these things tend to happen, right, as you see, it goes up, but it finds a new low that is higher than the previous low. And you're definitely taking a risk by buying on the way up. If you bought, quote unquote, on the way up at like 187, you're really only seeing your money back now. But again, all things considered, sealed always goes up over time, so the entry price doesn't always matter. But yeah, I still think this is an amazing, investment long term. I think the Shinji Kondo Magneton will do great things in the future, and I think long term, if you just hold the product, you'll probably be fine. Then we have Lost Origin booster bundles. I'm really happy about this. This was a play that I saw a long time ago. Like I was trying to get Sword and Shield, and I actually bought it for cheaper than these prices. I think I bought it for around 25 a bundle, which was a pretty good price back then. Back then you were able to find really good deals online if you just looked around. If you were in the know. Nowadays it's much harder because it's so hard to get product now that the people are more kind of bring the price up than they are down. There's no more deals really that I can really see. So yeah, I've done absolutely amazingly on this. I know a lot of people were saying only stick to booster boxes, only stick to booster boxes, and yes, that is true. But for someone like me at that point, I wasn't really fully convinced with Pokemon investing at that time. And it seemed like a pretty cheap investment. I think I bought like 12, 12 or 14 of these. I did end up selling some of them in the I think 60s or 70s mark to buy other sealed, but I still have a lot of them kept sealed with me. And yeah, I'm glad I kept these. I really like Lost Origin as a set. I think it's going to continue to do really, really well. I just really love that Giratina card, so I heavily indexed on it, and I think it paid off. Next, you have Paldean Fates, Pokemon Center ETBs. This was the first PC ETB I ever picked up. I love Mimikyu. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. So, it was not even more of like I was investing, but I literally just wanted it as a sealed collectible. You guys might ask, who actually collects sealed collectibles for the enjoyment of it? It's people like me. I like sealed collections, and obviously Pokemon Center is going to be, I believe, the cream of the crop when it comes to sealed items because it has that exclusivity to it, right? And it's, definitely not printed as much as the average ETB for Paldean Fates. And obviously the ETB is the most premier product you can even get for, a sealed, for a special set. So I think this is a no-brainer. These things are now $300. And it's looking like if you really wanted to buy it now, it's going to be $360, which is absolutely insane. Most recent sale, $347, so it might even be more expensive than the $316 price the TCG player is showing right here. And yeah, I think this is kind of obvious, right? If you saw where the Paldean evolved ETB went, if you saw where the Obsidian Flames PC ETB went, it's pretty obvious that the Paldean Fates was going to do, almost the exact same thing because the Mimikyu promo is really good. I actually have a PSA 10 copy of the promo just because I like the card, obviously, and I like the Pokemon Center stamp. So yeah, I think this ETB is going to continue to perform well. Should you buy it now? Again, same deal with the Surging Sparks. I think if you do buy it now and you just hold, you'll actually probably be fine for the future. I don't see these reprinted into the near future, but obviously the best time to buy was a little while ago for sure. But anyway, I think these are still a decent pickup. I'm really excited to see how these PC ETBs do in the long run. Next up is the Celebrations Pokemon Center ETB. This was actually, just needed for me to complete my PCTV collection. And yeah, I mean, I got lucky. What can I say? I didn't even buy it because I wanted it. I actually don't like Celebrations as a set that much. I was initially very hesitant to buying it, but I'm glad I bought it. I think I bought it for around 200, which I definitely could have bought it earlier, but I wasn't collecting PCTBs like that back then. It's only a few months ago that I really wanted to get one of each, and it worked out. Went really well. I'm really glad I did end up picking the Celebrations one up. I think Celebrations is on an absolute tear right now, and honestly, I think it's still a good price to buy these. Like, they're only going to get more expensive as 30th rolls around. I mean, just look at Generations. It's probably not going to be as good. I think Generations is a better set, all things considered, but Celebrations is not the worst either. And that Gold Star Greninja, I think it is cool. It's a cool promo that you get in the ETB, which obviously is a great idea to pick up the sealed product. And then the more exclusive sealed product, as always. PC ETBs seem to just, by default be the best ones to be buying. Next, we have 151 booster bundles. I'm surprised that these are on this list. I'm thinking what happened is collectors probably sorting by more recent market change and not like what I paid. This feels like a Crown Zenith scenario to me, where Pokemon just reprints after reprint after reprint. Doesn't matter. People eat it up. People rip it open. There's so many Sunzards. There's so many of the 151 singles out there. But again, it's just such a good set that people they want more. I remember shouting out the 151 booster bundle display a while ago. Definitely wish I bought that while it was still like $700, $600. But it is what it is. I think I did really, really well for myself. I have like over 15 of these just loose that I bought just randomly from like a vending machine once or twice. I've gotten a Walmart restock once, and then I bought a lot secondhand market in the 60s and at card shows and this and that. I still think they're a great buy right now. I mean, if you look at where Crown Zenith booster bundles are, almost $100. I think this is a no-brainer. I think 151 is going to do absolutely amazing. Next, we have Destined Rivals PCTBs. Again, I think it is like more just recent changes. It looks like there was a bit of a buyout from 188 to 260 or 250, which is not bad. Not bad percent change. I actually think this could grow more, assuming they don't reprint it. They might reprint it though. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how much they're willing to reprint the Pokemon Center ETB, and it feels like they have bigger problems on their hands. Like, I feel like if anything, they would probably be reprinting Prismatic PC ETBs because they still have that message on their website, if I'm not wrong, and then Mega Evolutions. So for the PC ETB specifically, I don't know if Destined Rivals is going to get a reprint for it. We will see. I might be completely off base on that. Unfortunately, the promo for this kind of sucks, but I do think it is a good PC ETB to hold on to for the long term. Next, we have Obsidian Flames PC ETBs. These have seen some absolutely insane growth. I mean, I guess these were sitting at like around 310 for a long time. Looks like they've just recently reached a high of 386. Most recent sales 466, and it looks like if you actually wanted to buy it now, it's closer to like 470. And there's only what? I mean, dude, there's only 4 left until it reaches 500. I feel like the writing is on the wall for where this is gonna go. Like, this is eventually going to be a very expensive ETB. The Charmander promo, obviously very sought after, extremely hard to grade with the Pokemon Center stamp on it. I have a raw copy that looks really, really mint. I don't know if I'm going to get it graded just because the 9 would just tank the value. I think this ETB is going to be really, really sought after in the future. 400 is a very steep price to pay for it. I remember paying, under 200 and thinking that was a lot, but I'm very glad that I bought it when I did, and that I bought it in general. I really believed in this product, and it's cool to see that your beliefs kind of pay off. Pokemon Center ETBs have been clearly my one of my best performing assets, especially as of recently. I mean, they're outdoing like a lot of stocks that I haven't, and so my stocks are doing pretty well. I can't lie, but these are seeing some absolutely unreal changes. You know, especially we're just talking pure percent gain. Next, we have 151 ultra premium collections in the top three. Um, yeah, I mean, these have done absolutely insane things. You know, I've been talking about those promos, especially in the last video. You know, the Mew and Mewtwo promo from this collection box have pretty bad gem rates. So I think that is kind of contributing to the overall price factor of it. The only way to get it is through this box. And yeah, I mean, 151, generational set, really, really good. I think people are going to love ripping it into the future. And it has really good promos. So not a bad thing to buy into now. I think it's going to do amazing long term. Wow, Lost Origin booster boxes. This is crazy. 700. Most recent sale looks like market price is saying is around 650. Still really really good gains. I think I just made a video like 3 days ago, 3 or 4 days ago, where I was talking about you should buy Lost Origin. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, so we were looking at it 4 days ago on PokeData. It said it was around $600. Telling you, Sword and Shield is just gonna go crazy. Um, a lot of these boxes I think are still undervalued. You know, obviously Lost Origin was due for another little run up. I think Silver Tempest is in a similar boat right now. I really think that's still being undervalued. Crown Zenith, still tons of room to grow. Guys, Sword and Shield is ripe right now. It is the perfect time for buying. And obviously we're seeing that because the number one highest percentage change as of late was my Evolving Skies PCETB collection. I got into Evolving Skies kind of late, unfortunately. I'm glad I got into it at all. Looks like recent sales are around, our market price is around 1,300. Recent sale is 2,000. I don't know about that. That's crazy. This guy put 25,000. Yeah, 2,000 is absolutely insane. I'm surprised people are actually paying that price. But guys, I've been shouting out Evolving Skies ETBs. PC ETBs obviously also doing really really good growth. Anything Evolving Skies, if you can get your hands on it, I think you need to. While it is still less than 5 years old, look at what Team Up did. If a set is good enough, it can defy expectations. It can be absolutely insane, and I think Evolving Skies just kind of proves that above all else. It's going to perform. It's going to be really really good into the future. So I believe these are probably the most highest percent change in like a set period of days. I want to say probably in like maybe the 1 month or 3 month chart collector was looking at. Not all of these, you know, were the best in terms of my price in to price out from what I've seen. I think like I end up paying, you know, pretty good price for the 151 PCETB, but according to Collector's Graph, I just checked, it looks like the PCETB is kind of not moving that much recently, so I'm guessing it's going off of very recent price movements. But if anyone wants to let me know down in the comments, these are the filters I used. You can see a picture right there. Yeah, I think it was an interesting list, just kind of looking at what has been really performing well, what's been some higher percent change. Let me know if you guys want me to manually calculate this data. Maybe in a month or two, I can get a more accurate approach and see what that's like. But guys, sealed product, it's worth buying into. It is worth buying into. And if you want to build your collection, not only just slabs, but sealed, I think, you know, it's always a good time to buy something. Find a dip, buy into it, and hold for the long run and something that you believe in. But yeah, that's going to be the video. What are you guys buying in terms of sealed? Let me know down in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.